How's it, guys? Skulk here. And have you ever struggled with a 2016, 2015 Opel Corsa E with the 1 liter 3-cylinder EcoTec engine with the water pump? That's an electric actuated water pump. So I've been struggling now for almost 2 weeks with it because a new water pump will cost you almost a house on this car. So this is somebody else's car that I'm helping a person with. And I managed to find a solution. I couldn't find anything else on the internet regarding this, what I just managed to figure out. Whether somebody has figured it out or what and haven't shared it or anything, that I don't know. But I've managed to figure out what to do. And I think I will share it with everyone out there. This is the water pumping question. Sorry for the bad light. Just see if I can, yeah, this is a bit better. If you can see, this water pump is a normal. It looks almost like an aircon clutch on it, a magnetic clutch. So how this thing works, when you take the power away, it will have a 12-volt signal constantly to the water pump, and it will get a 12-volt signal from the engine control module. So when you start the car and the car's cold, it's all for fuel saving, then the 12-volt signal will go to the earth signal will rather go to the water pump, and thus the water pump is free running then. That means it's clutching. As soon as you take the 12-volt away, or the earth away, the negative, then the water pump will lock up. So now it's supposed to circulate the water. So what was happening is with this car, this water pump would do its own thing. Then it will work, then it doesn't work, then it will work, then it doesn't work. I thought it was maybe a wiring issue or something or whatever. Tested a water pump like you will test it normal magnet clutch on an aircon, give it 12-volt power supply, 12-volt negative, and see if it actuates, if it clutches or it goes click. It was working fine. So I checked this, checked that, struggled a bit. Then I eventually figured out, after looking all over on the internet, and I can't find anything that remotely gave me this information, I just figured it out, is if you wire a relay, a normal 4-pin 12-volt relay, onto the wires that goes to the water pump, then you can fool the engine control module in thinking that there is still an electric controlled water pump on the car. But I actually fitted now a mechanical water pump to the car. All those problems are solved now. The water is circulating the way it should or whatever. But what I did is just a normal 4-pin relay. Because I just wired it in there. Don't need to put anything on the 87 terminal. It's not necessary. You just need to create a magnetic field so the engine control module thinks, okay, the water pump is actually still there. So what you do is, your earth wire that goes from the wire that comes from the ECU will be on 85, and then your positive wire that comes from the engine control module, that's a 12-volt wire, you can just wire that onto the 30 terminal and just put a jumper or a bridge, wherever in the world you are, if you're watching this, between 30 and 86, that's all. So now after I wired it in like this, so now if I take my diagnostics tool now, let's see, just see that we can get in here, yeah. Hopefully you guys can see it. So now, here's my relay. So now when I activate the water pump, the relay clicks. If I make it inactive, the relay clicks. So that's working the way it should. So the engine control module think, okay, there's a water pump still there that works the way it should. And the kicker of it all is there's no active error codes, none so ever. The car is functioning 100% the way it should. It's just I've managed to fool the engine control module into thinking that there's still an electric water pump there, but meantime you're just using the magnetic part inside the relay to make it work. So hopefully this will be able to save somebody some money out there, because you get the mechanical water pump for this 1-cylinder EcoTec engine, and it's much cheaper than what you need to go buy the electrical part. And to pay all that money and just to realize, okay, maybe you have a bad wire or something somewhere, because it can be difficult, especially with these cars. And especially I work more on trucks than on cars, so this was quite a challenge for me to get my hands into these small places on this car. But hopefully it will help somebody out there, because I couldn't find any information, so that's why I'm sharing what I managed to figure out on this car. So it will be on the, basically any car with an electric water pump that's like working in reverse, if you can put it like that. It needs power to clutch, and then when you take the power away, the water pump will lock up. But especially on the Corsa E, this is the best solution. The relay I used was a normal 12-volt 4-pin relay with a 30 amperage rating. So yeah, and you don't have to put a fuse or anything in it, because it's still fused. It's still running through the normal wiring of the car. You just wire this onto the plug that plugs into the water pump. That's it, and you sort it. So you can save a few bucks and just fit a mechanical water pump to it. So I hope this will help somebody somewhere eventually. Thank you.